Jason Farndon, first team technical coach and head of under-23s player development. How did that come about?
It's probably something that's possibly one of the worst kept secrets, I'd imagine, but it's been sort of developing since last season. Obviously on match days I've been with the first team for probably 2 seasons now, so it's just progressed from that really, and obviously the change is probably that I'm working day to day with the first team, taking training sessions, meeting AD with the gaffer, so yeah, it's I think we felt that we got quite a young squad, so to have another coach in there helping them develop and obviously helping the first team to get results.
So within the first team setup, what does your role involve?
Taking training with AD, so me and AD plan and take training along with the manager, whatever the manager wants to work on, working on the opposition, working on developing our players, etc. You know, so the normal things, set plays, and all that. Yeah. So as I say, it's blended in because we've got a lot of young players and a lot of young players that have come through the development squad. So it's developing nicely.
Have you found it quite different working with the first team as opposed to the under-23s?
Initially, yes. Obviously, you've got players that are, various ages and been at other clubs, been coached by other coaches, etc. So at the start, but football's football, and the players here are very receptive to being coached. We're definitely a coaching club and not a training club, so we're trying to develop them as players as well to then make the team better.
And working alongside Mark Robbins and AD Vivash must be a great experience for you.
Yeah, look, that's. I mean, I was always quite vocal about not being my ambition to work in first team football, but it's sort of evolved. And look, AD's probably the most decorated English youth coach, and won numerous accolades and trophies at Chelsea, and the gaffer's the most experienced Football League manager there is. So if I can't learn off those two and pick their brains on both sides of the game and development and winning football matches, then I'm not going to learn. So learning off those two and speaking to those two, it's brilliant for my development. And
you've been in the role now formally only a few days, but really since the start of the season, and you've enjoyed it so far?
Yeah, so pretty much straight away from as soon as we came back in, it was something we discussed over the summer. I was keen and the club were keen to sort of tie me down to the club, so that this role came about, and then I had to think about it, where it goes and fits in my career, and then obviously spoke with the manager over the summer and sort of sold the role to me really, that I'd still be able to work with the young players at the club and then get to play and then get to work with the first team, and then obviously went away with a pre-season, and that pretty much from there, the players sort of found out, and then it's been like I said, probably the worst kept secret at the club that I'm working with the first team, but yeah, it's just come out.
But you've still got the involvement with the under-23s, haven't you?
Yeah, really keen on still doing that. I've got to the games with obviously Luke Tisdale. Me and Luke worked together for years, so it's that development between me and him is really good, and obviously it then brings him closer to the first team setup because he's working with me. What we're trying to create is 23s play the same way with the same philosophy as the first team, and I think me being with the first team helps that. And I take afternoon sessions with the development players, and I think that's really key. We've had young players training with the first team all season, so it's really important that me and Luke put development plans for those players, and we can both action them, whether they're training with the 23s or the first team.
And it is a great opportunity for Luke, as you say, isn't it?
Yeah, Luke's brilliant with the young players, and it's sort of a perfect role for him. And now with me not being in there, it gives him a little bit more of a room to grow and learn. And as I say, he's now getting to work with me, that's with the first team, and AD and the gaffer. So the same things I've just spoke about, that opportunity to work with those types of people, Luke's getting that now as well, and had a great start to the season, and the 23s are playing exactly like the first team.
I was about to say, it has been a brilliant start, as well as for the first team unbeaten, the 23s as well.
Yeah, definitely, and we've built a bigger squad here this season, so now you're seeing first team players playing in the 23s, and we're keen not to call it the 23s and just call it development games, you know, and frame up to pros that it's to develop them to get into the first team. And I think the first team players that have played in that have probably took that on board this year, and it's been better than it's ever been at this club. You know that first team players must and should try exactly the same in the development squad as the first team, and at the moment we've got that, so it must be something we're doing right.
And with both yourself and Luke having previously worked in the academy, there's development on the field in terms of players, but also for coaches.
Yeah,
as well.
I think the club should be very proud that a lot of coaches that have been here and they've gone. You know, Lee Carsley's working with England, and Ian Foster's working with England. Me, that's come. I'm one of my first age groups with Josh Eccles' group, so I've come all the way through them. Luke equally. So I think it's a great plus point for the club that, you know, as you say, we're developing coaches as well as players, and I know the manager's really keen on that, and so is Adi. So it's and we're going to continue to do that.